In the town of Salford, England, where rows of terraced houses lined the streets and the scent of fish and chips filled the air, there stood a school renowned for its passion for football, Salford High. Every year, the school eagerly awaited the championship tournament, a fierce competition where schools from all around the county battled for glory on the football field. This year was no different. Excitement buzzed through the corridors as students discussed tactics and practiced their moves. Among them was David, a quiet but determined lad with a passion for football that burned brighter than the midday sun. David had always been a key player on the Salford High football team, his speed and agility making him a force to be reckoned with on the field. But as fate would have it, just weeks before the tournament, disaster struck. Their star player, Bobby, injured his leg during a practice match and was ruled out for the rest of the season. The news hit the team hard. Bobby was not only their best player, but also their captain, a natural leader whose absence left a void on the field and in their hearts. Without him, their chances of winning the tournament seemed bleak. But David refused to let despair consume him. As he watched his teammates wallow in self-doubt, he knew he had to step up and take charge. With determination burning in his eyes, he called for a team meeting in the school's changing rooms. "Listen up, lads," David said, his voice steady and resolute. "I know losing Bobby is a blow, but we can't let it defeat us. We've trained hard for this tournament, and we're not going to throw it all away now. We might be missing our captain, but that doesn't mean we can't win. We just have to work together, play to our strengths, and give it everything we've got." His words ignited a spark of hope in his teammates' hearts. They looked to David with newfound determination, inspired by his belief in their abilities. "David's right," one of the players piped up. "We can't let Bobby's injury hold us back. We've got to show everyone what we're made of and bring home that trophy." With David leading the charge, the Salford High football team embarked on their journey to the championship tournament. With Bobby sidelined, David took on the role of captain, leading his team onto the field with confidence and determination. Despite the initial setback, the Salford High football team rallied together, fueled by David's belief in their abilities. Their first match of the tournament was against their longtime rivals, St. James Academy. The tension was high as the two teams faced off on the field, each battling for dominance. Without their star player, doubts lingered in the minds of the Salford High players, but David refused to let fear take hold. "Focus on the game, lads," David urged his teammates as they took their positions on the field. "We've trained for this. Let's show them what we're made of." With David leading, the Salford High team played with a sense of unity and purpose. Despite the fierce competition, they worked together seamlessly, each player stepping up and playing their part. As the final whistle blew, the scoreboard showed a narrow victory for Salford High. Cheers erupted from the sidelines as the team celebrated their hard-fought win. David's leadership had proven instrumental in guiding them to victory, instilling confidence in his teammates and inspiring them to rise above adversity. But their journey was far from over. With each passing match, the challenges grew more daunting, testing the team's resolve and determination. David remained a pillar of strength, leading and inspiring his teammates to never give up. As they advanced through the tournament, the Salford High football team grew stronger with each victory, fueled by their shared desire to prove themselves on the field. They knew they were capable of achieving greatness, no matter the odds. As the tournament progressed, the Salford High football team faced their toughest challenge yet in the semi-final match against Oakdale Academy, the reigning champions. The pressure was on, and the stakes were higher than ever as they stepped onto the field, determined to prove themselves against the formidable opponents. From the first whistle, it was clear that Oakdale Academy would not go down without a fight. Their players were fast and skilled, testing the Salford High defence at every turn. But David refused to let doubt creep into his mind. With unwavering focus, he rallied his teammates, urging them to stay calm and play their game. Despite their best efforts, Oakdale Academy managed to score the first goal, sending shockwaves through the Salford High team, but David remained composed. "We're not out of this yet, lads," he shouted, rallying his teammates as they regrouped for the second half. "We've come too far to give up now. Let's show them what we're made of." With David leading the charge, the Salford High team launched a relentless offensive, pressing forward. Their efforts paid off as they managed to level the score, sending the crowd into a frenzy of excitement. But Oakdale Academy refused to back down, launching a series of fierce attacks in an attempt to regain the lead. The tension was high as the clock ticked down, each moment filled with anticipation and adrenaline. Then, in the final minutes of the match, David seized the opportunity to make a daring move. With lightning speed, he dribbled past the Oakdale defenders, weaving his way towards the goal with precision and skill. With a powerful kick, he sent the ball soaring into the top corner, scoring the winning goal in a moment of triumph that echoed across the field. Cheers erupted from the sidelines as the final whistle blew, signalling Salford High's victory over Oakdale Academy. The team swarmed around David, lifting him onto their shoulders in celebration of their hard-fought win. At that moment, David knew that this group could go all the way. With their victory over Oakdale Academy, the Salford High football team had secured their place in the championship final. Excitement rippled through the town as supporters eagerly awaited the showdown between Salford High and their opponents, St. Mary's School. As the day of the final arrived, the atmosphere crackled with anticipation. The stadium was packed to capacity, with fans from both sides cheering on their respective teams. Among them was David, his heart pounding with a mix of nerves and excitement as he led his teammates onto the field one last time. The match got off to a fast start, with both teams fighting tooth and nail for every inch of ground. St. Mary's proved to be formidable opponents, their skill and determination matched only by the resolve of the Salford High team. As the minutes ticked by, the tension mounted, with neither side willing to give an inch. But then, in a moment of brilliance, David seized control of the game. With a burst of speed, he broke through the St. Mary's defence, setting up a perfect pass for his teammate, who scored a magnificent goal, sending the crowd into a frenzy of cheers. But St. Mary's refused to go down without a fight, launching a series of ferocious attacks in an attempt to equalize. The Salford High defence held firm, blocking each attempt with determination. As the final whistle drew near, the score remained unchanged, with Salford High clinging to their slim lead. With every passing second, the tension increased, the outcome hanging in the balance. Then, in the dying moments of the match, St. Mary's launched one final desperate attack. The ball sailed towards the Salford High goal, the crowd holding its breath in anticipation. But at the last possible moment, the Salford High goalkeeper made a miraculous save, deflecting the ball away from the net and securing their victory. Cheers filled the stadium as the final whistle blew, signaling Salford High's triumph in the championship final. Tears of joy streamed down David's face as he embraced his teammates in a moment of pure elation. In that moment, as they stood together on the field, surrounded by the cheers of their fans, David knew that they had achieved something special. Through their teamwork, determination, and belief in each other, they had overcome adversity and emerged victorious, proving that with hard work and perseverance, anything was possible. As they lifted the championship trophy high into the air, David felt a swell of pride in his heart. For in that moment, they were not just a team, they were champions. And their victory would be remembered for years to come as a testament to the power of unity, courage, and the beautiful game of football.